That's why in the Bible, you insult a man, God says you have insulted me. Because to God, there's no difference between the man and the altar. And there's no difference between this and God. If you think your money is powerful than an altar, it will never help you. Read it. My next one is about these passports and money we put on the altar. I'll deal with it fully later. If we look at Matthew 23, give me verse number 19. When you have time, read on. You see, people think that their money is powerful than the altar. This passport is a national asset, but it's not powerful than the altar. If you think your money is powerful than an altar, it will never help you. Read it. Fools, this is Jesus speaking. No, he called them fools. Sometimes when I insult people, they don't get me. Fools and blind, for which is greater, the gift or the altar that sanctifies the gift? Anybody who thinks like that, God says you are a fool. If you look at the original King James, it's red letter. Jesus was the one who is speaking. This altar is not a stage. I put 1,000 Ghana there. So that 1,000 Ghana is not bigger than the stage. Maybe the money you brought is even powerful than the stage. But the grace on the stage is bigger than that money. So if you have a mentality that whatever you have, let's say you are called to sing, I think that you can sing better than the stage, you will fail. I've even called this stage, forgive me. We have our old podium from Malam. I've not thrown it away. That wood, we have redesigned it. It's still in my office up there. I don't throw it away. Officially, they say it's for Barbara to take to UK, right? It's London. I don't know how they will carry that pulpit to London. So I heard a story about Bishop Adeboye, who he started a church, somebody started a church, and the person said he has taken over the church. He said, don't worry, take the church, but give me the pulpit. And the Bible we gave you when we ordained you. And when he took that thing away, the church collapsed. Give me the next verse, 20. Therefore, he who swears by the altar swears by it and by all things on it. So if you stand by the altar and you are saying, where they say, yeah, if you read the Message Bible quite yesterday, give me a message for 1920. He was his hand cry. He said what? Verse good. What ridiculous half splitting? What difference does it make whether you have hands or raised hands? So he was talking about when you go to court. Let's go. A promise is a promise. What difference does it make if you make your promise inside or outside a house of worship? A promise is a promise. God is present, watching and holding you to account regardless. And you go and will tell you that if you go to court, they will tell you, put your hands on the Bible altar. I've been to court on our land before. And they say, put your hands on the Bible and swear. And this message Bible will tell you that whether you put your hands there or you didn't put your hands there, but the fact that you use the Bible, you say, I stand by the Bible, God will judge you. Give me the next verse. You are hopeless. You religious scholars and thinkers, frauds. You keep meticulous accounts of books. He's going to talk about tithing. Because when Jesus was talking about altar, you end up getting towards tithe. So when you present your tithe and you even put it on this altar, you should understand that this altar on the altar is not. Look, you can even insult the man. That's why in the Bible, you insult a man, God says you have insulted me. Because to God, there's no difference between the man and the altar. And there's no difference between this and God. I say, it's you I'm talking to, not God. Read your Bible. God will come to Saul and say, you are persecuting me. This is not Old Testament, this is New Testament. He said, it is me you are handling. One of the things I learned seriously when I was an associate pastor at my mom's place, and I always say this, was to note the difference between my mom and my pastor. And till date, I never argue with my mom. Never. Till date, I never do. So you must understand this mystery about altar. And I've been dealing with altar, and I'll go deeper. That this altar, whether it's a thing, a place, or God, if you are putting your passport there, say may they soften the kind and may they cut to stage in the show. It's a mentality. It won't work. But if the back of your head, I put it in the presence of God. That mentality alone is bigger than prayer. That mind is bigger than praying 10 hours. I'm presenting my offering to God.